Art. All right, Khan, Shalom, Shalom, Israel. Shalom to the 12 tribes of Yasha Allah, giving the force. All honor, glory, and praise unto the Most High God, Yahweh. In the name of His only begotten Son, Mashiach Yahweh Shah, who the word refers to as Jesus Christ, and He is the Savior in the nation of Israel. Shabbat Shalom, or Shalaki, it's not Shabbat, Shabbat. But Shalom, Shalom to the 12. This is Brother Yasha Allah.
Oh, yeah.
Shalaki Khan, come back to y'all yet another video through the Spirit. Empower Yahweh by Shema Mashiach Yahweh Shai. All right, all praises. So, as you can see from the title of this video, we be going into a topic that's very, very highly esteemed. It's our time, right? It's our time, man. It's our time, and that time is actually going to come up. We just got done watching Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes, right? The latest Planet of the Apes movie that's out. And so in that movie, not sure, Shalom, Judah Manya, Shalom, all praise to the Most High. But basically, in that movie, they show you a little glimpse of what the kingdom would look like for us, right? They show you a little glimpse of it. Now, we're not going to, spoil it too much, right? We want, brothers haven't seen it, go ahead and watch it.
Yeah.
Right? But, certain things we're kind of disappointed in. But what the highlight is essentially certain things that was said in that movie, certain things that were shown in that movie that shows us that guess what? Our time is coming, man.
Yes.
Right? Our time is coming. Our time, when I say our time, I mean our time to rule. Right? Jacob never really had a time to rule for real. Right? When's the last time the so-called black man in America was able to rule the earth? Right? That never happened. You know what I'm saying? Right? We only had 80 years in terms of David and then Solomon, and then that's it. While all these other nations had millennia. Right?
Millennials, man. That's right.
So when's our time to rule? And that time is coming. All right.
That's
right. Shalom, Makwas. Right? All praises. Right? So kick it off with yeah, you got it.
Yeah, this is Proverbs 29, verse 2.
All right.
When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. But when the wicked bear rule, the people mourn. And that's the spirit, man. We see the spirit of the earth today. The people are mourning. Everybody's mourning in their own ways.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Why? Because the righteous is not in authority. And that's kind of was that movie was kind of showing at the beginning. When the righteous are in authority, hey, there's a calm amongst the land. There's a calm amongst the earth. The trees start to regrow and recreate itself. Matter of fact, if you leave everything alone, if you leave creation alone, it will restore itself. If you leave creation alone, hey, even if you leave your body alone, your body can prepare itself. Instead of putting all these different medicines, these different pills that Esau got, that he set up and made for us to not get healed or not be made whole, but just be healed from a specific sickness that'll probably lead you into another sickness, right? But when Yahweh came on the earth, he'll touch a man and that man will be made whole, right? So we want to see the earth be made whole again, and that's what's coming in these last days. Hey, Lord willing, we make it, right? So when the scripture says in Proverbs 29, verse 2, when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. We're gonna see real rejoicing. We're not rejoicing right now, right? This is mourning. This is grief. You know what I'm saying? We're grieving out here. We got sackcloths upon us, spiritual sackcloths on us, and we shaking our hands, because of the landlord of this earth. According to Job chapter 9, 24, the earth is given to the hands of the wicked. So the earth is mourning. The earth, you can hear the people mourning today in many different, and I ain't talking about crying, begging, but you see that too as well. But just look how the earth is being shaped and formed in the will and in the mind of the wicked, man. You know, everybody want to follow the wicked, and we know that according to the scriptures, a sin leads to death.
Yep.
All right, sin leads to death, man. So let me pull this out real quick.
Hey, in the
Yeah, you got it.
Beatitudes, right? Matthew chapter 5. What the Lord said, he said, blessed are ye that mourn,
Right,
right?
right.
For ye shall be comforted. So
Mhm.
we're mourning right now. Now in Zephaniah chapter 2, verse 15, it calls Babylon the rejoicing city,
Right,
right? Now they're rejoicing right now. Why are they rejoicing? Because they have us subjugated, right? They're able to walk to and fro, go into the damn Marshalls, right?
right,
Go into the boot barn, go into a damn, the various stores that they have built up, and just enjoy the pleasures of sin for a season, So that's how they're rejoicing.
right,
But when it says that when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. That rejoicement is the rejoicing of the Most High God, man. The
right,
righteous rejoicing, not rejoicing over a dead Israelite, how they do. You know what I'm
right,
saying? Or rejoicing over sin, right? Rejoicing that you've committed fornication a million times. Now you rejoicing off of that. You know what I'm saying? You rejoicing that you know what I'm saying, you created this recipe to make this pork just taste nice. You know what I'm
buttery,
saying? Right,
buttery pork.
buttery pork. You
Yeah,
know,
yeah, that's not rejoicing, man.
that's not rejoicing. That's not the true rejoicing, right? But yeah, the precept.
Yeah, con. This is Isaiah chapter 62, verse 1. For Zion's sake will I not hold my peace. Hey, the Lord's not going to hold his peace until Zion is fully established on the earth and everything is made in order, man. Right? I'm talking about real order, not this false order, that Esau sets up, where he got women over men. He got men, above almost everything. You got Jake under society itself, making it hard for Jake because why? He knows we getting closer to that throne, and it's by divine purpose and promises according to the scriptures, right? So he fights us. He fights us daily. He fights Jake because he know who he is. Even though we don't know, a lot of us don't know who we were. The Most High put a spirit on us so we can understand who we are and guide ourselves back to him so he can put us in the proper place that we belong, which is above all nations, man.
That's right.
And when the Israelites get placed in order, then everything under us will be placed in order, which is the different people on the earth. All right, men, different women on the earth. There'll be different tribes on the earth. Everything will be placed back in order. The trees will be placed in order as well. Let me bring that out real quick. This is Isaiah chapter 14. Let me start at man, this whole thing mighty, but verse 6. He who smote the people in wrath with a continual stroke, he that ruled the nations in anger is persecuted, and none hinders. The whole earth is at rest and is quiet, right? Peace, man. That's what peace is. You ain't gonna be thinking all in your head how to keep going, how to keep this money going, how to keep your family going. You're not gonna be thinking of that in the kingdom, because in the kingdom, everything is gonna be centered around the Israelites, around Yahweh, and everything's gonna be based upon the laws of God, man.
Yep.
How beautiful is that?
Yep.
So he says the whole earth is at Salaki. He says the whole earth is at rest. Right? That's the Sabbath that we're looking for. The eternal Sabbath that we're looking for is the full rest when we come into the kingdom. Lord willing, we make it, man. Lord willing, I make it. Right? He says the whole earth is at rest and is quiet. They break forth into singing. Yea, the fire trees, the fair trees rejoice at thee, and the cedars of Lebanon, saying, since thou art laid down, no fellow is come up against us. Right? Yeah, because they've been cutting these trees like a madman out here, man. Right? They've been cutting these. They got something called what's it called? Operation. deforestation.
Yeah.
And they just cutting trees all over the place, man. I remember I went to a national park, I think it was like a year ago, and the higher we went up, the more trees I seen just, it looked like a genocide. It was just trees just laid out, bodies on top of bodies, man. And then my cousin, who I was with, he go to like the one of the rangers, and he said, "Hey man, down the block, there's a whole bunch of trees just cut." He said, I never seen nothing like that. This is a ranger that drives all through these mountains, and he talking about you see nothing like that. And then it was another ranger that said that they had to remove Gad, because Gad was it was a tribe out there. It was a Gadite tribe that was still living in that national park, and they said they removed them and placed them into a nice section. You know where that was at. So hey man, we're not resting here, man. Ain't no rest. There is no peace, and there is no quietness in the minds of Israelites, man. Look at Israel today, outside of the truth, and they're going crazy out here, man. Jakes is going crazy out here on the videos. That's all you seeing today. Every main event today is based upon what Judah doing. All right, what the Israelites doing. All right, so we are at a point. We are at a what they call it. We at that point, man. We at that point where the Most High is going. His hand is being forced to do something. You know what I'm saying? Just like in Egypt, you have Pharaoh behind them and his armies, and you had the Dead Sea in front of us. That's where we at today, man. And it's like, all right, hey, Yahweh, you got the ball right now. It's all on you, but you got it.
God, yeah, that's right, man. I got a precept on that. It's the book of John, chapter 16, verse number 32. Behold, the hour cometh, yea, is now come, that ye shall be scattered, every man to his own, and shall leave me alone. And yet I am not alone, because the Father is with me. These things I have spoken unto you, that in me ye might have peace. In the world ye shall have tribulation. So Yahweh Shah said, in the world you're going to have tribulation. That's how you know it's not our rest right now, man. Right. He said you're going to have tribulation until your world is come. Right. And when is our world coming, man? Right. When is our world coming? Right. Let's get that. Let's go to 2nd Ezra chapter 6 and verse number 9, man. Because when you watch that movie, Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes, that's really what that's the scripture that is the highlight of the movie, right? That is the scripture of the movie. It's 2nd Ezra chapter 6 verse 9.
Most definitely.
And Esau trying to prevent that.
Yes.
Right. That's essentially what it is.
He's trying to stop the prophecies of the Bible from Jake to rule.
Yep.
You know, that. Think about it.
Yep.
When Yahweh Shah came on the earth, the wise men came to who? What king did the wise men come to?
Yahweh Shah.
King Herod.
Oh, you talking about?
Yeah, the wise men. They came to King Herod. Yep. You know, and then what did the wise men tell him? Hey, we seen a star, you know, that represent the king of the Jews. What did King Herod do when he heard that? He went straight to the Israelites to get some breakdowns about that prophecy. To do what? To prevent the prophecy from coming to pass.
Right. That's his objective.
Yes.
He always wants to do that. Right? He always wants to stop these prophecies from happening, because he understands that when we're waking up, the awakening is happening right now. So when the Most High gives the keys of the kingdom to our people, to the Israelites, there's no stopping that. They're trying to stop it.
They're trying to stop it.
But they can't stop it, because when you go to second Corinthians,
unpreventable.
Right, chapter 13 and verse number verse 8. Well, I'm gonna start verse 7. Now I pray to God that ye do no evil, not that we should appear approved, but that ye should do the which is honest, that which is honest, though we be as reprobates. For we can do nothing against the truth.
You can do what?
For we can do nothing against the truth,
man.
But for the truth.
That's right.
So anything that happens, Esau taking down the videos, taking down the channel. He kind of slow down the prophecy.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, Esau, putting brothers in prison, the case may. That's just fulfilling prophecy, man.
Yep.
All you doing by preventing the prophet, trying to prevent the prophecy, is fulfilling the prophecy.
That's right.
Because Revelation 2:10 says, "Fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer. Behold, the devil shall cast you into prison, and ye shall have tribulation 10 days." Right? Endurance, roughly paraphrasing, endurance to the end, and I'll give you a crown of life.
Right.
Right. So I mean, by Esau trying to prevent the prophecy, that's just fulfilling the prophecies.
Yes, because he uses the Bible as a blueprint.
Yeah.
To stop prophecies, or to think that he's stopping prophecies.
To think that
we use the Bible as instructions to lead us into prophetic, positions.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So that's the difference. So every time they got a Bible, even in that movie Book of Eli, you seen the two objections right there. You had Eli, he had a different purpose with the scriptures, and then you had the Edomite who had a different purpose with the scriptures.
A different purpose.
You know what I'm saying? So we see the same thing. And on that movie, they really was throwing shade at the Israelites that's woke, bringing it out today.
Yeah.
They was throwing shade at the 144.
Yep.
Because the 144 would be, spoiler alert, the ones that was fighting to bring everything in order to usher in the kingdom for the apes. Yeah, that will represent the 144. That's what they're gonna do. They're gonna usher in the new war order of Yahweh Shah.
Right.
And
they demonize it.
They demonized it, man. That whole movie.
That movie is Edomite supremacy. Right? That's what it is, man. But we're gonna read the precepts.
Yes.
Right? We're gonna watch the movies and we're gonna see it as, guess what? The Most High is the author of all things.
That's right.
So all these movies out here that have spiritual application, that movie is about us. Right? It's about the elect, man. Lord willing, part of that number. Right? But when you go to 2nd Ezra chapter 6 and verse number 8, it says, "And he said unto me from Abraham unto Isaac, when Jacob and Esau were born of him, Jacob's hand held first the heel of Esau." And everything has a spiritual, meaning to it. Verse 9, "For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth." So Esau is the end of the world.
That's right.
Right? Like we're saying in that movie, I don't want to say too much, but that woman, they show on the previews, whatever, that woman, she understood that. She understood that, guess what? I have to prevent this world. I have to prevent the transition.
Yeah, the transition.
Of my world to their world, man.
Yes.
I have to prevent that.
That's the whole premise of that movie.
That's the whole premise.
To stop the prophecy of rulership of the Israelites. Let me pull this out real quick.
Yeah, you got it.
Because we got David was promised kingship in the kingdom of heaven, man. That part of rulership, when you get into it, let me pull this out real quick. 2 Samuel chapter 7, or the origin dynasty of King David. And we know the house of David is not specifically just talking about his bloodline, but talking about all the Israelites, like Revelation 7. That's the house of David, the elect.
Yeah.
It says, this is 2 Samuel chapter 7. And I'm gonna start at, let me see here. Start at verse 11. And as since the time that I commanded judges to be over my people, Israel, and have caused thee to rest from all thy enemies, also the Lord tell thee that he will make a house. He will make you a house. And when thy days be fulfilled, and thou shalt sleep with thy fathers. So you say, hey, with David, when you die and sleep with your fathers, what's going to happen? I will set up thy seed after thee, which shall proceed out of thy bowels, and I will establish his kingdom. See that? That's the establishment of the kingdom. You look at this. He says, "He shall build a house for my name," and we know that Solomon uh built that house, but also Yahushua, who is Solomon through the Spirit.
Yeah.
He said, "He shall build a house for my name, and I will establish the throne of his kingdom forever." Right? So that's what we're coming into. It's these keys. These keys are being passed from one person or from one nation unto the other, and that nation is the nation of Israel.
That's
This
right.
is Revelation
Yeah,
chapter 3. Yeah, Revelation chapter 3, verse 7. And to the angel of the church in Philadelphia reads, "These things says he that is holy, he that is true, he that has the key of David's, he that opens and no man shuts, and he or Salaki and shut and no man opens." See, that's the authority that's coming upon the Israelites, man. You know what I'm saying? Starting with the church, the elect church of God, right? Those keys of David has been transferred from from uh you know from Solomon, Yahweh to to the return of Yahweh given to his people in the last days. You know, when he sets up the 144 and the Israelites, man. And we want to be set up right, man. That's the true wedding. That's the wedding of Yahweh.
Yep.
All right. One more, and then I'll yield the floor. This is Matthew's. Let's talk about them keys, man. Them keys is mighty. All right, this is Matthew 16.
You gotta go, Peter.
You got it?
No, okay, I got
God.
Right.
God. Matthew chapter 16. And let's start at 19.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we start at 18. It says, "And I say also unto thee, thou art Peter, and upon this rock I will build my church, and the gates of hell." That's what we seen on that movie. The gates of hell trying to prevail against the kingdom of Yahweh Shai, man.
Yep.
That's what we seen in that movie. And it's not going to happen that way.
That's right.
He says, "And the gates of hell shall not prevail against it, and I will give unto thee the keys of the kingdom of heaven. And whatsoever thou shalt bind on earth shall be bound in heaven, and whatsoever thou loose on earth shall be loose in heaven." And that's that authority that we have today, but also even more so in the kingdom, man. That if we bind the Edomite, he's gonna be bound forever, man.
Right.
Now he's not gonna be let go. There's not gonna be another Jake that's gonna say, "Hey, let me try to help this Edomite, man. She looks very sad and hopeless." No, we're gonna bind him up, man. And if it's bound on the earth, it's gonna be bound in heaven, man.
Right.
All right. Whatever you loosen on earth, be loosened in heaven.
Right.
All right. And we loosening ourselves in these last days through the scriptures, man.
Right, man.
All right. Yeah, you got it.
That's right. It's the book of Sirach, chapter 10, verse number 3. An unwise king destroyeth his people. So you got a lot of unwise kings out here, man. Right? You have a lot of unwise kings. The Most High, pursuant to Isaiah 19, he put a spirit, right? He put a wicked spirit, a perverse spirit, as it says, in the midst of Egypt, man. Right? And has caused these rulers to make bad decisions. Right? I mean, we see that all the time. These governors, right? Gavin Newsom, right? Gavin Nuisance.
Nuisance.
Right? The governor of Cali. He makes horrible decisions, man.
Yes.
I mean, I'm like, how is this guy governor? Right? Got Joe Biden. Horrible decisions. Right? How is he even president? You still got people that support him, man. Right? Blind. Perverse spirit, man.
And falls all the time.
And this guy is the president of the United States.
Yep.
Right? But hey, look, when you look at when Babylon was strong in its prime, man, even going back into the so-called founding fathers days, George Washington, right? And he was he was a strong leader of the Edomites, man. Very wicked one, but he was a strong leader, right? He understood certain principles.
Yeah.
Right? He understood. Look, don't give money to other countries. Just stay by yourself, man. That's what he said. But did his progenitors, did his posterity listen? Nah, they didn't listen, man. Right? Start taxing his own people. So an unwise king destroyed his own people. These kings out here, these Edomite kings, they destroy their own people, man.
That's right.
They put in damn they don't even care, man.
Right.
Just putting stuff in the cereal that's gonna cause birth defects. You know what I'm saying?
Man, they said
it's crazy.
They said
man.
majority of the stuff we eat in a day
In America.
In America, yep, it's illegal in Russia.
Right.
I'm talking about the ingredients, the stuff that we eating. They said a lot of stuff that we eating. If you look at the ingredients of a lot of stuff that we eating, yep, some of them ingredients is illegal in Russia, man.
Right.
It's illegal and banned in Iran. Yep. All these places that America deem as terrorist nations.
Yeah, it's illegal.
But who's the real terrorist though?
Man.
It's madness, man.
Madness. That's right. An unwise king destroyeth his people, but through the prudence of them which are in authority, the city shall be inhabited. The power of the earth is in the hand of the Lord, and in due time he will set over it one that is profitable. And who is that one that's going to be set up that's profitable
man,
to reign, man?
Right.
That's actually fit to reign.
Right.
The whole earth. That's Hamashiach Yahushua.
Yeah, it would have to be because even us, we could when our forefathers tried, yep, they failed horribly.
Right.
So right, it will take, and that goes to show, because you have a lot of Israelites that don't believe in Yahushua. So they're saying, "Oh, we're fit to rule by ourselves." No, you're not fit to rule by yourselves. Yahushua is everything, man.
That's right.
He's gonna be that king that we put on that thumbnail, man.
Right.
That's Yahushua. We need a true ruler. Hey, look, Jake always looking for a king throughout history.
Yeah.
They always look for a king. And they fail so many times to the point when Yahushua pulls up and he said, "Man, hey, Caesar's our king, man." That's how low. That's how low the Israel went. At that point, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, our king is Caesar.
Our king is
no
Caesar.
King but Caesar.
Right.
Right.
And what did Caesar meant?
Yeah, Caesar, Kaiser, meaning ruler, right? You know what I'm saying? Supreme leader, right? That's essentially what it means, man, like a king. You know what I'm saying?
So supreme leader. So the white man's our supreme leader. That's what our people was yelling when they was killing Yahushua, man. Madness.
This is crazy. But yeah, Khan, it says, I'm gonna skip down to verse number 8. Because of unrighteous dealings. See, that's why, Esau, you got to give it up, man. Give up the keys, Esau.
Stop dragging your feet and get this thing cracking, man.
Get this thing cracking, man. Give up the keys. As the brother GMS said, for GMS, he said, just put in your 2 weeks, man. Just put in your 2 weeks already. Stop trying to, you know what I'm saying? I'm staying at the job. You know what I'm saying? No, let me get overtime. Man, the Most already gave you overtime, man. He already gave. You got to clock out. You got to put in your 2 weeks, man.
Your 2 weeks,
right?
Man.
Put your 2 weeks in. Guess what? You're not doing the job right. Right? You're not doing the job right. You've been messing up the earth, messing up the ozone layer, as they say, right? The greenhouse gases, carbon dioxide all in the air, right? Air quality messed up. Everybody getting lung cancer, right? Gout. Whatever the case may be, putting poison in the food, just putting GMO, right? Talking about overpopulation, but then when you drive, you see masses of land, man.
Yeah,
just miles and miles, endless land. Nobody doing nothing with it, but we overpopulated, right? Yeah, it's crazy. You know what I'm saying? And then in the cities, you got madness in the cities. LA look like a damn zombie land. Oakland look like zombie land.
Man, Oakland.
You know what I'm saying? It already looked like the apocalypse. Yeah. Literally. You could pull up with a film crew and be like, yeah, this is World War III.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah.
And it's just Oakland.
Yeah.
It's literally just Oakland, man. You know what I'm saying? You don't even need you don't even need actors. You already got the people over there, man.
Man.
You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. So, and this is America right now, right? But nevertheless, it says because of unrighteous dealings, injuries. So he's injured a lot of people, and riches got by deceit. So obviously, you know, Esau has gotten riches by deceit all over the earth, right? The kingdom is translated from one people to another, right? So that's him putting the 2 weeks in. That's him giving the keys to Jacob, right? That's him. And guess what? In the movie, that's what the Edomite woman wanted to prevent, is them that power being shifted from Esau to the apes, and those apes obviously represent Israel. All right, but yeah, Khan, you got it.
Yeah, Khan, and we're gonna, you know, the Most High, when He sets and establishes the kingdom. Can you give me Amos chapter 9? I think it's 11.
Yeah,
House
it's
of
Amos.
David. Yeah.
Okay, Khan. It's Amos chapter 9, verse 11. In that day will I raise up the tabernacle of David.
The tabernacle of Edom.
The tabernacle of David.
And the Lord said He's going to raise up the tabernacle of David, not the tabernacle of Edom, man.
Imagine that.
You know what I'm saying? The tabernacle of David is the elect of God.
That's right.
Is the elect of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, man. You know, that's who He's gonna choose. That's who He's gonna choose. He says that He chose the elect from the foundation of the world, man.
Yep. So
before we even got here, He already chose us, man. If we that number.
Yep.
And time is catching up to that fact. Right? Mm-hmm. So He said He's gonna raise up the house of David in the last days to set up that kingdom. You know, and that kingdom is not going to be destroyed. It's not going to be another kingdom after the house of David is established.
Right.
After the thrones are being set up. The 12 thrones is being set up. There's not going to be another kingdom coming after Israel is established. This is why the world itself, the world's condition today, is trying to stop the Israelites from growing into that point. They want to stop it because they like, look, we know for a fact if we don't stop it right now, once they sit on that throne, it's over. It's over, right? And we're gonna be the new governors of the earth, man.
Right.
Right. We're gonna have the wisdom, and that's another fact about that movie. If you go to the beginning of the Planet of the Apes, the first one, the renewed first one, because they got old ones. Mm-hmm. It was a sickness that went into the earth that made all the people, all the so-called humans, sick to the point where they developed this type of disease where you can't talk and you turn to a beast. Now, while that was happening to the humans, hey, the apes, they start getting wise.
Yeah, they start getting wiser.
They had this serum called Genesis. And the first one that took that Genesis was Caesar, where he started getting smart. Yeah. And then he gets it because he see how dumb all the apes was. He goes into his owner, you know, that Edomite. He goes to his house, get all that serum, get it, which was called Genesis, and he goes into all the cell blocks and just spray that stuff, man. And you see it look like a spirit just flying through, you know, and then
that's the spirit of the Most High.
Spirit of the Lord, man. Right. That's that Ezekiel 37.
And Wisdom Solomon 7:24.
Yeah, man.
Wisdom, the breath of life.
Breath of life. And it was called Genesis, man. The beginnings.
The beginning of the awakening, starting with Caesar, right? Which represents we were talking about represents Moses. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Represents Moses.
Yeah, so yeah, like Caesar, the original Caesar, he can represent Moses. They talked about him on this movie. Yeah. It was saying Caesar, we gotta keep Caesar's laws. You remember that?
Yeah.
Hey man, hey, y'all gotta go see that. Y'all gonna be there's certain stuff in there that'll make you mad because you know Esau gonna do what he do in these movies because he controls the narrative for now. But for the most part, going back to the kingdom, hey, we're gonna be the new governors, man. All right, this is Micah chapter 4, verse 5. For all people will walk, every one in the name of his God. Right? And give me Exodus 22 and 28. Right? It says, for all the people will walk, every one in the name of his God, and we will walk in the name of the Lord our God forever and ever. Right? So, hey, the nations are gonna have their gods. That God, little G, is just talking about judges, right? And the scriptures, hey, in the law, the Lord set up judges in the midst of Israel. Go ahead and read that.
This is you want Exodus?
Yeah.
2 and 20 what?
28.
2 and 28.
Is it? Let's see.
2 and 25.
Where it says judges.
Oh, you talking about 22?
22. So like,
Yeah,
what was that?
you said Exodus 2.
No, I said 22.
Oh, you said 22.
Yeah.
Okay. Exodus 22, verse 28.
Yeah.
Thou shalt not revile the gods.
Thou shalt not what?
Thou shalt not revile the gods.
Right. The gods, you get into the Hebrew, is judges.
Right.
Right. So these the governors that's going to rule the people are these different nations, you know, with an iron fist in the kingdom. And we're going to be the police. You know how Esau, especially America, is deemed the police of the earth.
Yep.
And he goes around and get in everybody's affairs and everybody's business and push his own agenda in all these different countries. But we're going to do that too, in righteousness, though.
That's right.
In righteousness. It says, for all people will walk, everyone in the name of his God, and we will walk in the name of the Lord Hamashiach Yahushua. Read that over.
Exodus 22:28. Thou shalt not revile the gods, nor curse the ruler of thy people.
Nor curse the ruler of the people. So it shows you what gods really represent. He said it on the next in the same verse. Rulers, judges, right? Governors.
Yep.
The Lord says he's going to give you 5 cities for doubling up 5 times. Right? 10 cities. Right? Hey, and most of them cities going to be heathens in them. They're going to be telling them, hey, get in order. Yep. You know, with those new bodies, celestial bodies that we will have, where, hey, man, we're going to be unstoppable. We're going to be a race of gods. All right, man. That's what's coming. All right, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm bringing out this precept what the brother was saying, though. This is Zechariah chapter 2, right? Let's see here. Verse number 8. For thus saith the Lord of hosts, after the glory which he sent me unto the nations, which spoiled you. For he that toucheth you, toucheth the apple of his eye. So, when these nations touch us, it's like you touching the Most High's pupil.
Right.
That's the apple of his eye right there. We're the apple of the Most High's eye. So all this stuff that these nations are doing to us, guess what? The Most High is going to remember that, right? Let me keep going. Verse, behold.
Hold on, I got a precept for what you just said real quick, because you said that what they do to us, the Most High feels it.
Yep.
Right. Well, real quick, this is let me see. This is Acts chapter 8. And then I'm gonna go to straight to the point. Let me find it real quick. Or is it 9? It's Saul. That's 8. Yeah, come. It says, this is Acts chapter 8 and verse Salaki. Verse 4. And he fell to the earth and heard a voice saying to him, Saul, Saul, why persecute me? Hey, Saul was persecuting the church, but when Yahushua encountered him, he said, why you persecuted me? Whenever you hurt my people, I feel it. You know what I'm saying? That's the apple of the Lord's eye. That's why. So you got it.
That's a good precept. Yep, that's right. It says, after the glory of Salakia, for behold, I will shake mine hand upon them, and they shall be a spoil to their servants, and ye shall know that the Lord of hosts have sent me. Sing and rejoice, O daughter of Zion, for lo, I come, and I will dwell in the midst of thee, saith the Lord. And many nations shall be joined to the Lord in that day, and shall be my people. What does that mean? Meaning that, for one, you're going to have Israelites out of every nation. And for two, these heathen will be joined to the Lord, meaning that they're going to be joined to the house of Israel, man. Right? Doesn't mean that they're going to join the house of Israel.
Yeah.
Right?
You got to put that in the right context.
Isaiah 14:1, that's what it's saying, man. Cleave to the house of Jacob, right? As we did see, show you that in the movie as well, right? You had that one Edomite cleaving to the house of the apes, all right? Saying, it's done, it's finished.
Yes.
Our world, as we know it, stop thinking about it.
Right.
It's done, it's over with, man. All right? That's what he says in the movie. That guy is smart.
Man. That was a smart man right there. That was a smart
man
Edomite.
right there, right? Because he understands the prophecy. He understands that the kingdom is translated. It's their time. He said it's their time now.
And he was a historian.
Right? He was a historian. That's why he understood that. Other Edomites think, nah, we can take. No, look, man, it's not going to happen.
It's not.
Because when the Mosai said, hey, guess what? When the Roman Empire, as great as it was, when that time came for when it was going to fall, and when it was falling, guess what? There's nothing you could do to save it, right? The Western Roman Empire, because it's split, right? It has split into two, Eastern and Western. The Western Empire, when it was time, Mosai said, look, that's it. It's done. It's finished. The Germanic tribes and the other tribes came in and they invaded and they overthrew Rome, which never would have thought that they would ever been overthrown, man. Right? Same thing with the kingdom of the Grecians. And same thing with the kingdom of the Persian and Medes.
Yeah, Salaki, on that movie, he also says he speaks of Rome. He talks about Rome, you know, as though that was the last kingdom on the earth. Mm-hmm. You know, that was pretty deep. You know, I mean, this man had 1,000 books in the room, and here this Edomite talking about it's over, it's done. It's done. He got and the dude had libraries all in his room, you know, captive by the apes. And he got his little room, he got his, you know, all his stuff. He said, look, man, it's over, man. I'm a historian. It's over. It's done.
Hey, and that's why Oslaki, he asked the girl where she from, right?
Yeah.
And then she said, you answer first. And he said, doesn't matter. Because it's done, it's over now. Like, I just caught that, you know what I'm saying, through the spirit. Said it doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter,
you know?
man.
Doesn't matter where I come from. What matters is we serving the Israelites.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? And that's the mindset,
mighty,
man. That's the mighty mindset.
Yeah, that was a mighty mindset right there, man.
Yeah,
that was definitely mighty right there.
Yep. Because guess what? They had to make us forget where we came from. Man.
Yeah.
So I mean, same thing is gonna happen to them.
Yeah, and we're gonna boast in their glory, as the scripture said. Let me pull that out real quick.
That's right. Oh,
we're gonna boast. Yeah, you got it.
Yeah. Let me finish it. You got it though. This is Zechariah 1 verse 11. And many nations shall be joined to the Lord in that day, and shall be my people, and I will dwell in the midst of thee, and thou shalt know that the Lord of hosts has sent me unto thee. And the Lord shall inherit Judah his portion in the Holy Land, and shall choose Jerusalem again. Right? You see that? He's going to choose Jerusalem again to be the Lord's people, man. He's not going to choose all nations. Right? Be silent, O all flesh, before the Lord, for he is raised up out of his holy habitation. All right? But nevertheless, the point was that he's going to bring us back to our land. And, you know, as the brother said, the Lord is going to choose Jerusalem. He's going to choose Israel again to be the chosen people. If we're the chosen people set upon all nations, right? It's only right that we should be ruling all nations, man. That we
Right.
should really be on top, right?
Right.
Not just in athletics, not just in, who's the smartest or the most musically talented or something like,
Right.
actually on top, man, of the whole earth. But yeah, Con, you got it.
Yeah. I mean, all these every talent that we have is is basically what it is. It's a talent. It's not who we are though.
Yep.
We're rulers. We're
Yep.
not entertainers.
Yep.
They use our talents to entertain them,
Saying, yeah.
but really, in naturality, we rulers, man. That's in a lower state, as the scripture says in Ecclesiastes chapter 10:6, man. You know, the rich sit in low places.
Mm.
All right, that's where we at. We've been dropped down to the bottom of the bottom, man. The last rulership we did have was probably like through through the time of the Moors, and that was it. After that, and through also our Northern Kingdom brothers, the Aztec kingdoms and things of that nature in America. After that, it was a wrap, man. We don't know nothing about rulership. All we know now is about fighting. Either we fighting each other or we fighting the system. That's all we know. You know what I'm saying? If you look back and just go to just look at so-called black history, all you see in that whole thing is nothing but just fighting, overcoming, fighting, overcoming, fighting. Slavery. That's it. It's a horrible history, man. If the Bible, hey, if Deuteronomy was not, if Deuteronomy wasn't not there, Deuteronomy 28 was not there, and it didn't exist, hey man, there'd be no hope for it. We just have to look at that history and say, oh man, it is what it is. But the Lord put that Deuteronomy 28 as the DNA to prove to us, through that general history that we all hate to look at sometimes. Hey, it lines right up with the Bible, man. You know, so
Yep.
that's beautiful right there. And
That's right.
because of that, when the kingdom is established, we're gonna see how the Most High is gonna put everything in order the way He see fit. Because this is not order right here. The way Adam had it, that was order. The way Esau have it is not order. That movie, I don't know if you ever seen that movie with Jim Carrey. It was
Yeah.
called Bruce Almighty.
Nah.
You never seen that? Yeah. So Bruce Almighty, it was basically he was given God power. God gave him the power to be God, and
Oh, okay.
God was Morgan Freeman at the time. So it was a black God, biblically correct. You know what I'm saying?
Wait, was it the one where he's getting a prayer request?
Yeah, all that.
Okay,
Yeah,
yeah, I see a
yeah.
little bit of that. Yeah, I
So
see a little bit
so
of that.
just to let me on that. He was God for a certain period of time, just like Esau is. He has a certain type of God complex that he pushed that type of vibration on the earth that he's got, right?
Didn't know what to do.
And eventually at the end, the whole world falls apart. And he says, I can't do this. You know what I'm saying? But before he on the top of the building, skyscraper. I am God, thunderbolts and all
Right,
that.
right,
You know
right.
what I'm saying? But then you fast forward, the whole world was falling apart because he was granting everybody's prayers. Whether it was bad or good, he was just doing this all bunch of madness, and he just gave it back to the real Messiah, to the real Lord, man.
Right,
You know what I'm
right,
saying? He gave
right.
it back to Yahweh himself, you know, and he pop up like, yeah, man, it's nothing. This is what I do.
Yep.
And that's super spiritual, man, because we know Job 9:24 says the earth is given to the hands of the wicked. The Lord literally gave this man this earth for a period of time so he can feel those specific blessings uh, that was prophesied in Genesis 20, was it 27? I believe 40, where it talks about he be blessed with the sword, fatness of the earth. Right? He was given these things, right? So let me uh kind of pull this out real quick. So like, Yeah, you got it, though. Let me find this real quick.
Yeah, let me get a quick precept on that. Isaiah 14, and verse
there you go.
number. Oh, it's lucky. Yeah, I'll just get this quick one, and then you got it. Isaiah 14:6. What are you saying? He who smote the people in wrath with a continual stroke. You brought that up?
Yeah, I brought
okay,
that up.
Yeah. Now I just want to touch on that precept because I know you already brought that up. Esau doesn't know how to rule, man. He doesn't know how to reign, as a brother's saying. He doesn't know, man. Because when you look at the job of him, or when you look at how well of a, or if you want to see how well of a job he's doing or how bad of the job he's doing, just look at the history, right?
Yes.
Just look at the history, man. I mean, millions of people died, right?
Under his under his watch.
Under his watch.
Yeah.
Wars were fought for nothing. Afghan war for nothing, right? Vietnam War, basically for nothing.
Nothing.
Korean War, basically for nothing. You know what I'm saying? All these wars, basically for nothing, under his watch. And then, I mean, don't even get me started with the Europeans. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, he's not doing a very good job, man. Just mighty people. He's like that king. I just say, throw him to the alligators.
Yeah,
you know, you don't know what you're doing. Yeah, give me like the fat king that's just ordering people around.
Yeah,
making horrible decisions. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, Khan, you got it.
Yeah, Khan. This is Isaiah 61, verse 7. Let me go up one. Verse 6. But you shall be named the priest of the Lord. Right? So in the kingdom of heaven, we're not gonna be named Black, Hispanic, Native Indians, right? But we're gonna be named the priest of the Lord.
That's right.
Right? The whole earth is gonna recognize that these so-called Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians are not that, but they are actually Israelites, and they're going to be recognized as that in the kingdom of heaven, man. It says, "Men shall call you the ministers of Yahweh. Ye shall eat the riches of the Gentiles." Right, and you got this big push today with reparations and all that. Hey, there is no money that this devil can ever pay the Israelites for all the atrocities that this devil has done. Impossible, literally. All right. There is nothing that this devil can pay to us where we can say, all right, hey, it's all good now. We're good. You know what I'm saying? No, we want blood, man. That's reparations. And then after that, real riches. And this is why the Lord says, hey, he says, ye shall eat the riches of the Gentiles. We're going to be eating up the riches of the Gentiles, just like they ate up all our riches, right? We was rich at one point. Who was Solomon? Solomon was very rich. David was very rich, right? Most of the kings of Judah were very rich.
Yep.
What happened to all those riches? Why we left bare? Why our brothers are sleeping on the streets right now, man? Why our brothers are sleeping in cars right now?
That's a good point.
You know what I'm saying? Where happened to our gold? Where's the menorah that was pure gold, that was big as this little small tree I'm looking at? Where's that at? These people had robbed us, man. That's why the Lord said in Joel chapter 3 that you have hidden or you have stolen all my things and put it into your temples. Yep. And those temples are the Vatican, the different museums and throughout Europe.
That's cool.
Yeah. It says, and ye shall eat the riches of the Gentiles, and in their glory shall you boast yourselves. So we're going to do exactly what they did. They boast in our glory. What the fake Jews are doing right now, they're boasting in our glory. They're walking in our blessing. And we got to sit here and just watch them live in our blessing this long. Man, that's a cold, and That was the coldest judgment that Most High put on us. You got these ragdog devils that we know as Amalekites, the chief house of Satan, ruling Israel right now in our own blessing, and they're feeding off of our riches and boasting themselves in it. Well, in reverse, in the kingdom, everything's gonna be reversed. Whatever's bad for us on this side is gonna be good for us on that side, but bad for them on that side. Their nightmare is our best is our best dreams. Look at that, man. Their heaven is our hell. Their hell is our heaven. It says, "For your shame, you shall have double." Right. So all those times we was put to shame in these different eras and in these different times, you know, throughout our fall. He said he's gonna pay us double, man. He says, "And for your confusion, they shall rejoice in their portion. Therefore, in their land, Israelites' land, they shall possess the double. Everlasting joy shall be unto them." Man, how beautiful that is, man.
That's mighty.
That's mighty as heck, man. That's what the kingdom supposed to look like. Everlasting joy for the house of Israel, right? Because we've been having everlasting sorrow for how long? And that's why the Bible says in the same chapter that the gospel are for those that mourn in Zion. See that?
So you got to give unto them beauty for ashes.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? The oil of joy for mourning. Right? Hey, man, that's right.
Right. I'll pull that up real quick. It says, "To appoint unto them that mourn in Zion, to give unto them beauty, which is the kingdom, for ashes, which is our life today. The oil of joy, kingdom, for mourning, our life today. The spirit of praise, kingdom, for the spirit of heaviness, our life today, that they might be called the trees of righteousness, the planting of the Lord, that he might be glorified." And he's going to be glorified when he see his people glorified. Let me put this out. One more scripture. This is Romans 8. Right? The Lord going to glorify us, justify us, as he or actually already did on the cross, man. All right, this is Isaiah, so like Romans chapter 8. So like Romans chapter 8, verse, I think it's 28. Yeah, verse 27. Or is it 27? Yeah, 30. It says, "Moreover, whom he did predestine, them he also called. And whom he called, them he also justified. And whom he justified, them he also glorified." There you go, right there, man. So and that glory is going to be when? When is our glory coming?
You said, when is our glory coming?
When is our glory coming?
Ultimately, when Yahweh Shai comes back.
Come.
But in the kingdom,
kingdom of heaven, man. That's when all the blessings of Deuteronomy 28, 1 to 13, is going to be activated, man. And the cup is going to run over.
That's right. That's right.
And we always talk about Deuteronomy 28, 14 to 68. You know what I'm saying? Or 15 to 68. But at one day, we're gonna be breaking this Bible, talking about, hey, give me the book of Deuteronomy 28, 1 on down, because that's what we living out. You know what I'm saying? Bring it on up.
Hey, no, that's right.
You be blessed coming in and blessed coming out.
That's right. That's right. Yep. Yeah, it's definitely going to be different. I mean, you can't even fathom it for real. Because I'm going to get this precept, Baruch 4 and verse number 31. It says, "Miserable are they that afflicted thee and rejoiced at thy fall." Who's rejoicing at our fall, man? A lot of people is rejoicing at our fall.
Right.
You have all nations rejoicing at our fall, man. Right?
So Revelation 11.
Yeah, Revelation 11. Miserable are the cities which thy children served. Miserable is she that received thy sons. For as she rejoiced at thy ruin and was glad at thy fall, so shall she be grieved for her own desolation. You see that? For I will take away the rejoicing of her great multitude, and her pride shall be turned into mourning.
That's right.
So America is the most proudest nation, man. But guess what? America's pride is going to be turned into mourning.
Yes.
Right? And, they show you that in the movie that we just watched, right? Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. It's a lot of pride in Esau, man. Especially in that woman. All right? She the might. It's a lot of pride in her, man. To think that you can fight against the Most High.
Right.
To think that you can fight against the kings of the earth, man. Right? That the Most High has covered, has ordained, has picked by his own hands.
Bring that out.
Right? Hand-picked the elect. Right? Because, man, the elect is the first fruits of the Most High.
That's right.
All right? So it says what? For fire shall come upon her from the everlasting, long to endure, and she shall be inhabited of devils for a great time.
Man.
So they show you that in that movie as well, right? We're not going to spoil the whole thing, but they show you that, right? Probably seen it in the trailer. Yeah. But, when Noah was riding a horse and you first seen that first scene, right? And they show how Babylon was just covered in green, right? Because as the brother said, nature has overtaken it, has taken that land back, essentially, right?
Yes.
So, that's how America's going to look, man. Like a desolate wilderness, yes, with the beast to lie down in, as it says in Isaiah 34, man. Right? And every man shall hiss and wag his tail, as it says.
Right.
Right? Because Babylon's going to be inhabited with devils for a long time, as it says in Baruch, man. For all the things that they have done to our people. Right? So yeah, Khan, you got it.
Yeah, Khan. That's right. Now I was gonna say, where you were saying where the Edomites, they still gonna fight. They still gonna fight these prophecies from coming. Fight the Lord. Hey, fight the angels. And they're gonna be fighting, man.
Right.
Hey, these Edomites gonna be fighting in these last days. They're gonna fight the saints. They're gonna fight the angels. They're gonna fight Yahushua. They're gonna fight these prophecies like they're doing today, right? And it's the Most High putting in their spirit to fight him. This is Second Ezra chapter 13, verse. Where's that at? Verse 8. It says, "And after this I beheld, and lo, all they which were gathered together to subdue him were sore afraid," right? So you got all these nations that's going to gather together, and they're going to be absolutely afraid of Yahushua appearing. He says, "And yet does fight," but they still going to fight, man. They're going to be scared to death, but still fight. It's like that movie, Independence Day. Where the white man, he goes, he got, he's suited and booted, and he got missiles all on his jet, and he goes straight up there to the so-called mothership, all right, and blows it up. Himself. And he was screaming while he was doing it. I mean, like, man. And Esau he be looking at these scriptures, and he be looking at the movements of the Israelites, and he finds different ways to debunk the scriptures and what we doing, which he can't debunk it anyways, man. All right, it says, right. "And yet does fight, and lo, as he saw the violence of the multitude that came, he neither lift up his hand, nor held sword, nor any instrument of war, but only I saw that he sent out of his mouth as it had been a blaze of fire," man. So, Lord, man, the Lord's going to put some work in pretty soon. And the Lord said in Isaiah 61 that he's going to put work in by himself first. He's going to be like David when he slew Goliath, man. Stirred up the people when they seen that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Word by himself. And that's
Yes.
right though, man. That's right. All right. And like I said, like we saying, go ahead, check that movie out. It is spiritual. All right. If but I just say, don't go in the movie, thinking that it's gonna be, because it's all Esau always has to manipulate and switch. He can never really make a movie that's totally just. It's only a few movies that's really just on point or everything. You know what I'm saying? So especially with these newer movies, like you gotta, I'm surprised.
Yeah, like Birth of a Nation. You see, when that came out on theaters, they fought against that. Heavy. They put accusations on the brother. They had all type of stuff going on with the brother. Cause it wasn't just spiritual, but it was coming against the system of how they make movies. And that scared the hell out of them. So they're like, oh no, we gotta demonize this before it even come out.
Yeah,
so
that's right.
That's right. Man. Movies like that, Birth of a Nation, man. Nate Parker created.
Yep.
And that was very spiritual, man. Very spiritual.
Yep. That's right.
So
a lot of these things are spiritual, man. The brother, even, Gorilla Hebrew, when he was doing the movie review, I remember he did say one thing that did stick with me. He said in every movie, he says every movie, he says, because he said the Most High is the creator of the movie ultimately, right? He said the message always points towards Esau's the goddamn devil.
Yeah,
that's what he said. And I'm like, dang, that is true. Like in every movie, you can see that Esau is the devil.
That's right.
Right? Esau is the devil. The movie that we just watched, you see that plain and clear.
Yeah.
See it plain and clear. Noah even said at the last end, she had to. Well, we're not gonna say all that, but hey, Noah was like, "Hey, Proximus was right, man. He was right.
Yeah, he was right.
You know what I'm saying? He was right.
And Proximus was that king that we put up there.
Yep.
That's who Proximus was.
After all of that, he knew he understood at that point. Hey man, he was right, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm like, damn.
And right. Yahweh is right, man. We ain't going for what Esau and his philosophy is trying to dig up in our heads to believe. We're not going to believe that, man.
Right.
All right. We're not going to believe nothing about your world, your kingdom. We want to see your world end, man.
That's right.
We want to see everything about your world end, because everything that was good for you has been worse for us.
That's right.
Your food been bad. Your creation of food been bad. Your GMO stuff. Yeah, you did. Everything this man do is bad for us, man.
Right.
It is.
The GMO doctrine.
Yeah, the GMO doctrine, man.
GMO doctrine.
Hey, he is bad for our health, man. It is what it is. People want to, he's nice. Hey, envy not thy oppression, nor choose none of his ways, man.
Right.
He is not good for the Israelites at all. That's just what it is. Hey, in the womb, he wasn't good for us, even in the womb, man. In the womb. All right. And we are still in the womb, so spiritually speaking. And we see that war going on within that womb of America. And we trying to birth out of this place, man, and become that great nation. Let me pull this out real quick.
Yeah.
It's Isaiah, and we can closing precepts.
Yep. I just want to say something real quick about the movie too. The Edomite woman, man, it also shows you that these Edomite women, they don't care about you, Jake.
Yes.
They don't care about you.
And the Edomite women taught a lot of our sisters how to move in this white supremacist system.
Yep.
Taught them the wicked philosophies.
Teaching them their ways, right? And they don't care about, because all they want to do is just use you, abuse you, and then leave you. That's
and then blame you.
For
why you doing it when they're the ones that taught you.
It's crazy, man.
It's madness.
You got it.
So like I was saying, in this womb of Babylon, we being birthed as a nation. This is Isaiah 66, verse 8. Well, let's start at verse 7. It says, before she travailed, she brought forth. before her pain came, she was delivered of a man child, which is Yahweh Shah, who has heard such a thing, who has seen such a thing. Shall the earth be made to bring forth in one day, or shall a nation be born at once? For as soon as Zion travails, she brought forth her children. Hey man, so we being birthed, man. We being birthed as a nation, and before that, there's this war with Esau that we gonna constantly have, because the scripture says there's a perpetual hatred uh against the children of Israel that Esau has, man. Mm-hmm. All right, so that fight is not going nowhere until the chariots come, until your house shot cracks open that sky. It is what it is. You just got to come to grips with that. For those that have a sensation for Esau's life.
Right. That's right, man. That's right. There's a lot of good things in that movie. So, but yeah, Khan, at this time, we're gonna close it up. Bringing out our closing precepts to the spirit. Right, y'all, about Chanel Rashad. You got yours first, and I go after you. Right. So, like I said, this lesson inspired by the movie Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. Like we said, go ahead and check it out if you haven't. We may have spoiled a few things, but we're not going to give you any more spoilers. Right? Let's go ahead, check it out through the spirit. Mm-hmm. But make sure you come in with a spiritual mind and not just just a movie, right? It's just a movie. Nah. Ever since we in this truth, we look at all movies spiritual, man.
Yes.
We look at everything spiritual. Anything that happened to your life, somebody just came up, started talking to you. That's spiritual. Yep. Right? You know what I'm saying? Hey, the job you at, that's spiritual.
Hey, comparing spiritual things with spiritual.
That's right. That's what the spiritual man does. The spiritual woman does. Right? Hey, Salaki, the Paul, his occupation was a tent maker. Yeah. What is he? He building up the tabernacle, man. Come on, man. Right. He's building up the tabernacle. So his occupation, it's spiritual. You know what I'm saying? Like, so everything is spiritual, man. Everything is spiritual. But yeah, Khan, you got it.
Khan, this is the book of Acts, chapter 1 and verse 6. When they therefore were come together, they asked of him, saying, Lord, will thou at this time restore again the kingdom to Israel? See that? So, hey,
that's right.
After the disciples walked with Yahweh for 3 years, taught them everything they needed to know about the gospel, and this is what they came up with. This was on their minds. After all of that, why didn't you say, hey, what about us and the Gentiles being gathered together and coming into this kingdom? The only thing that was on the disciples' mind was, are you going when are you going to restore back the kingdom to Israel, man?
That's right.
All right. So let me get one more. This is
on their mind.
Revelations. Yeah. The kingdom of Israel was on their minds at that time. And then what Yahweh said, hey man, go and preach the gospel. So we clearly see what the gospel is. Restoring the kingdom of Israel.
That's right.
Simple and done.
Read that out, man.
All right, this is Revelations 21, verse 12, what we like to pull out. And had a wall great and high, and had 12 gates, and at the 12 gates ain't Salaki. And at the gates 12 angels, and names written thereupon, which are the names of the 12 tribes of the children of Israel, man. Point blank, period. The kingdom, the glories is for the Israelites. And we coming into that power pretty soon by Shema Mashiach Yahweh Shah.
Come. That's right, man. That's right. This is Acts chapter 28, verse number 19. But when the Jews spake against it, I was constrained to appeal unto Caesar. Right, that's spiritual, right? Caesar. Not that I had aught to accuse my nation of, for this cause therefore have I called for you, to see you and to speak with you. because that for the hope of Israel, I am bound with this chain, man. And what is the hope of Israel? The hope of Israel, the consolation of Israel, the salvation of Israel, right? The comfort of Israel is the one and only Hamashiach Yahushua, man. The King of Kings and the Lord of Lords, man. That's our salvation. That's our comfort, all right? And that's our what? Our hope. That's the hope of Israel, all right? That's our only, like I said in the Star Wars, right? You're our only hope.
Only hope.
You know what I'm saying? Right. Our only hope is Yahushua, man.
That's right.
We already hoped in other things. We hoped in Joe Biden. We hoped in Donald Trump. We hoped in America, right, that America would save us. Yep. Right? But none avail. Yep. Right? We hope to these African nations. They didn't say it. Nobody's saving us. Our only hope is Yahushua, man.
That's it.
All right. So that's why we bound with this chain. We bound with this flesh. We bound with this damn with work, school, whatever the case may be. You know what I'm saying? That's why you bound with that demon, right? In the boxing ring for the hope of Israel, man. You know what I'm saying?
And like the scripture says, whatever you bind on earth will be bound in heaven, man. So use that authority on this side of heaven so we can have that authority on the other side.
That's right, man. All praise Yahweh now with shots. With that, it's Brother Yash Allah.
Ariyah.
Coming back to y'all yet another live through the spirit power Yahweh now with Shai. Lord willing, this video is live and good and edifying unto you. The water for all that's tuning in. Hey, Shalom. Hey, Kwam Yashala.
Kwam Yashala.
Come on. All praises.